If Harris wants to make a difference, she's already the vice president. She can take some steps and make a difference. And in regards to Trump, Trump has a lot of support, but it's just he's older and he's.
All right. So, did you watch the most recent presidential debate?
I partially watched the debate.
How do you think it went?
It they was very back and forth and saw a little bit less professionalism between both of the parties and candidates, and they talked very less about their policies and more about accusing each other of different things. And it could have been better. It could have been more professional if it was conducted like how Obama's and Romney, how they did it in their times or before. But as we're looking, even the last one between Joe and Trump, it's getting very radicalized. How they don't talk policies, but more on each other dirt.
What do you think is driving that radicalization? At least
I think
in
the country is
rhetoric?
too much divided. If you're right, you're way too right. If you're left, you're way too left. We need common ground. We need unity. We need to unite country. We cannot break families talking about politics. It's not worth it fighting cousin's brother over just because they support Trump or they support Harris.
What do you think that common ground is?
Well, you have to accept some of the liberal ideas and accept some of the conservative ideas. Even as a liberal, you should have some conservative ideas or coexist with them ideas.
Any particular ideas, policies you think of that come to mind?
In general, like whenever they talk liberal, they go extreme with, like say about the border. I heard a statement from Harris that people that are illegal, they are not criminals. They are criminals. So, like, you can untold the truth or undo the truth.
Gotcha. What issues matter most to you?
I think the economy needs to be addressed, and there need to be more policies in terms of the China's we need to have more tariff put into China. Local manufacturers need to be given more opportunity, and the interest rate needs to be taken down, and some of the liberal policies which would help cherish poverty could be taken into consideration by both parties, because there's a big difference in the wealth shift in America. If you're wealthy, you're way too wealthy, or poor, you're way poor. So that gap needs to be reduced.
Gotcha. So you think the growing wealth inequality is a big issue within America? Do you see any specific policies put out by either candidate that might address that?
No.
Gotcha. All right. I'll ask you one more question. So where do you get your news from? And then how often do you check that source or those sources?
Well, I get my sourcing from different medias, and it's not just only TV medias. It's also you follow the politician in general, how they speak and what they're saying in rallies and rallies, my bad. And it's just in general, like if Harris wants to make a difference, she's already the vice president. She can take some steps and make a difference. And in regards to Trump, Trump has a lot of support, but it's just he's older and he's not in the same state mindset that he was when he ran last time. It's became worse.
Yeah, we can talk about that. So if Trump does get elected, do you think his mental state will decline severely to,
Absolutely.
do you think, quite the levels of Joe Biden?
Or maybe in the same levels or worse.
Or worse, really? That's an interesting thought. Um, awesome. Thank you very much.
Appreciate
That's
it.
some
My
really
pleasure.
good insight. Did you watch the presidential debate?
I did not. I watched the highlights afterwards, but I was busy during the time of the debate.
What was your understanding of how it went?
I thought that it went relatively smoothly. Like, I don't think that, compared to the debate previously, I would say that it was much more of a like smooth process, and there were some crazy things, but that's to be expected, I feel like.
Gotcha. What issues matter most to you?
I would say that I think issues like student loans, stuff like that, abortion is pretty important to me. Environmental regulations, Israel, Palestine, stuff like that.
Gotcha. Who do you think acquitted themselves better during the debate?
Acquitted, can you?
Perform better.
Oh, okay. I would say Harris did probably. Do you want me to elaborate?
Sure, yeah.
All you want.
I just think that in terms of how presented she was, I thought she presented better. I thought she answered questions better and had, I mean, Trump talked about cats and eating cats and stuff, and I think that I think she looked more professional, looked more in position and understanding it.
Awesome. Do you mind if we go back to some of those kind of specific policy areas
Yeah.
you talked about?
For sure. Or no.
So, like for environmental regulation, do you believe a certain candidate is better on that issue?
I would say that I think Harris is probably better. I think that I think Trump seems to not have much inclined towards working for sustainability purposes.
What about abortion?
I would say Harris also.
Israel, Palestine?
Probably Harris. Yeah.
Any particular reason?
I think that Harris has more of, she's made more arguments towards a two-state solution that has not really been seen by Trump. I think that Trump is pretty pro-Israel and hasn't really worked towards any compromise, anything like that.
Are you discontent with current foreign policy?
I don't know about discontent. I would say that there's definitely issues there that I don't know that I'm too versed in and really an expert in terms of like what's going on foreign-wise and stuff.
With whoever is elected into office, what is one thing, one policy that you would like to see changed?
Ooh, that's kind of a tough one. One policy that I honestly don't have a good answer to that question.
Okay, gotcha. Lastly, where do you get your news from? And then how often do you check that outlet?
I don't know that there's a particular outlet that I follow for news. I would say that I kind of get it wherever it comes by me. I would say that more left-leaning outlets, if I had to guess. I don't really follow Fox News or sources like that, but I would say kind of just wherever I encounter it. I don't actively search for certain news sources.
Gotcha. What role does social media play in the information that you consume?
I would say a pretty large role. I feel like I use social media as a way to inform myself quite a bit, and whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I think is maybe questionable, but yeah, I would say that it's pretty large and pretty important.
Gotcha. So, how did you feel about the debate?
Love it. Yeah.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
Which candidate do you think acquitted themselves better?
What does it mean?
Who do you think did better?
Kamala Harris.
Okay. Why do you think that?
Well, I think she's a good president to hire, and
Are there any policies that she has that you really like?
her policies. Yeah. What is her policies?
She does a lot of. You want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, she's I guess pro. She wants to help fix the climate. She wants to raise taxes on the ultra wealthy.
She's
She
for
wants-
Roe v. Wade.
Yeah, is okay with abortion. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Awesome.
Anything else?
Well, I'm from a student from the Empower here in Arkansas. Just want to comment about Kamala Harris because she's a Democrat. We're all Democrats. I'm also a Democrat. I'm guessing I'm just born and raised of being a Democrat, and I haven't. I just want to say about the comment is, go Democrats.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's strong words.
Yeah.
I like that.